Go and see this movie. Like, seriously, come back for this later. Just go and see this movie. See it multiple times. This movie is excellent, and I want more of it.
24 frames.
One thing I know for sure, don't do it like me. Do it like you.
Okay, this is going to be real spur of the moment. I don't have a script written, and I am kind of flying by the seat of my pants with this recording, but I want to get this out now because Into the Spider-Verse is fantastic. And I mean top to bottom. Not just that it has good writing or good animation or good acting or excellent art design. It does have all of those things. But I mean, not only is this the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen, it might be sitting on my shelf as one of my favorite animated movies, period. And a lot of that ties into how they handle Miles, who is currently my favorite Spider-Man. I say currently because I believe it was in my Superman vs. the Elite review that I mentioned that Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, which is true, but Peter Parker has not been my favorite Spider-Man for a long time, mainly because I've read a lot of Peter Parker stories, and eventually I want to go other places, because when they keep one central lead, stories can get a little repetitive, or worse yet, can get really contrived and stupid in a vain attempt to keep the status quo together. No, I am still not over one more day. So currently my favorite Spider-Man is Miles, with Gwen as a very close second. But before that it was Mayday Parker Spider-Girl, and before that it was the Scarlet Spider-Man Riley. So legacy characters are not something that is new to me when it comes to Spider-Man. And my primary concern going into this movie was that it was going to treat Miles as sort of a gimmicky side character and just be another Peter Parker story. But no, this is a Miles Morales movie top to bottom. And Miles is a great lead in it. Easily likable, his quirks and faults are understandable, you root for him to succeed, you understand his failings. He is just a great and fantastic lead in this. Like, I'm all set for a whole series of Miles movies. But he's not the only solid lead in it, because Gwen and Peter are also given a lot of character. And we haven't even started talking about the animation, which is just mind-blowing because it takes so many different avenues. This could have very easily had the same sort of clean, plasticky sheen that a lot of animated films have nowadays, but it is very much its own distinct aesthetic style. From the fact that everything has sort of a slight newsprint, slight color split effect on it to mimic an actual comic, to how Spider-Ham is animated way more cartoony, I think being full on 2D. Penny Parker's frame rate is slightly different to give more of an anime aesthetic. The newsprint effect is actually far more exemplified in Spider-Man Noir because of his older school timey look. Everything about this film has a distinct visual aesthetic, and since it's going for comic book realism rather than real life realism, it can take liberties, like making Kingpin monstrously huge. Okay, look, I can't go into any real detail about anything else without starting to creep into spoiler territory, and I want you to go into this movie blind because this movie is excellent, so I'm just going to repeat that. This movie is excellent. It's amazing, spectacular, sensational, web of. It is the perfect Spider-Man movie in my opinion, and I want you to see it, so please go and see it multiple times so that they'll make more of it, because we need more animated films like this coming out in America. And I want a Spider-Gwen movie, so go and see this again and again and again, please.
Remember, what makes you different?
Let's go!
Is what makes you Spider-Man.